Yo, you want to talk about playing with somebody's life, man? Yeah, this is an awful story that I'm about to report to you guys, and I want to send appreciation to Casey Roach for sending me this story, man. Now on the left is the original picture of the man. This is the picture on the left is the man and how he actually looks, and the picture on the right is a Photoshop image that the police put out of the man. And you can see it say the police photoshopped the innocent man mugshot so that he get fingered for a bank robbery. Now, do you fucking know how much time you get for a bank robbery, dog? I knew a dude who robbed a bank when I was in high school over 20 some years ago, and he just got out last year. So you talking about 15 or 20 years of this man's life? You willing to take from him just so you can solve a crime that still would be unsolved after you lock this motherfucker up, man. But let me get into the story, man. Say, well, here's a horrendous story that illustrates why no one has any faith in the justice system. While many police officers are corrupt, racially biased, and poorly trained to de-escalate dangerous situations, these cops from the Portland Police Department really went above and beyond when they essentially framed a man named Tyrone Lamont Allen. Allen was arrested and charged with bank robbery after a few tellers pointed at his photo as they went through the pictures of potential suspects. Police had altered Allen's mugshot. None of the witnesses to the robbery said the robber had facial tattoos, but Allen had several highly visible ones across his cheeks and forehead. The department erased his tattoos. Oregon Live reports. Now, why in the fuck would you take the motherfucking tattoos off the face? The tattoos is incrimination. You can't get away with shit with having tattoos on your face doing no bank robbery. So why in the fuck you just gonna finger that man? Just who somebody need to go down for this shit, bro. Say police. Let me see. Police decided they would arrest Tyrone Allen for a series of bank robberies. Problem: he didn't fit the suspect's description. He has permanent facial tattoos. The suspect had none. The solution: police digitally erased his tattoos from his mugshot. That was I guess that was Twitter. Yeah, that was Twitter. Rebecca Kavanaugh put that up. The case of the missing tattoos, altered photo lineup portrait. It says police had manipulated his client's mugshot so it more closely resembled the face of the suspect. Man, come on, man. This also had the effect of substantially lightening his complexion. They even put the altered mugshot on a photo array. The tellers picked out Mr. Allen and he was arrested and charged. A court is now deciding whether the police did its constitutional what? A court is deciding that if they did something that was constitutional. Of course the fuck not. Well, it might be constitutional in this raggedy motherfucking country we live in, but it's some bullshit. The case is of interest for a lot of reasons, not just because it sounds like a hideous way to set someone up. The use of Photoshop and mugshot photos presented to witnesses has been on the rise. A judge will soon decide on the legality of the practice because of what happened to Mr. Allen, and that might have a ripple effect on future police procedures in Oregon. Why not in the fucking world? Why can't you Photoshop? Why can't you Photoshop these photos of these people to make them look how you want them to look in lineups? That's stupid. Why wouldn't you have to pick out the right criminal in the lineup if somebody need to go to jail, it should be the right person in question. I think that's all the point I'm trying to get across here. So anyway, lawyers of the department argue that subtle changes are sometimes made to photos to keep a suspect from standing out in the photo lineup. Being noticeable might cause a witness to pick a suspect incorrectly. Allen's tattoos certainly made him stand out, But in this instance, it would have had him disqualified. The robber has no tattoos. That can't be said enough times. It can't. The motherfucker that had no tattoos in his face, so you gon' goodness, bro. You gonna take the man tattoos out of it. I can't believe some of the sneaky tactics that they'll go through. And if this shit hadn't never got blew up or caught, this just be another man in jail doing 30 years for a bank robbery that he ain't never did. Come in there, gotta steal will and do whatever he gotta do to survive in the prison system that he ain't even supposed to have no parts of right now. So this is not a forgivable offense to me. Everybody who took part in this need some fucking jail time. Everybody who stood up for this shit, the police, the judge, whoever the fuck stood up and took this man to jail on these trumped up ass charges, they need jail time. Say police forensic criminalist Mark Webber was responsible for applying the digital makeup, and he has worked on other cases where his skills were used subtly after things about the person's face subtly alter things about the person's face, but the alterations weren't properly documented, which runs against federal guidelines for the use of Photoshop. Look, man, I ain't even got to read no more of this story, cause I'm just gonna tell you how I feel about this shit. Now, I'm pretty sure you can feel, man. See, it was already a thing when I seen the people doing the face swap on Instagram and all that shit, and it was coming up then like, the police control all of the images and do what the fuck they want to do with Instagram, Facebook, and all that shit. So they gonna be locking niggas up, falsely arresting people. All of this shit is tools of the man. Tools meant to control us. It's meant to put fear in us. It's meant to sabotage us. It's meant to alter our life into a fucked up dimension. That's what this shit doing, man. And it hurt me for the simple fact that I'm a black man, and this ain't even just no black and white issue. They can do this shit to white boy with. I'm sure that it's gonna be more prone to be done to black people than it is to white people. But they can do this shit to anybody, man. Ain't nobody safe when it comes to shit like this. So, man, we just gotta stop signing up for everything and stop going for everything and stop believing everything and question every fucking thing, man. When it comes to the police or anything in life, we gotta question everything, man. Because you see that they coming up with new ways to sabotage us. They coming up with new ways to lock us up for life. They coming up with new ways to royally stick dick in niggas. I'm sorry for being so vulgar right then, but this is kind of a picture need to be painted, man, of the type of shenanigans and the type of bullshit and the type of foolery that these people are willing to put us through in order to get away with some lazy police work. I'm all for the bank robber going to jail. I'm all for any criminal who doing criminal shit that's hurting people or taking from people. I'm not a taker. I don't take from people. So I'm all for that. But I want the right motherfucker to go to jail. Because what happened when you lock the wrong motherfucker up and the right motherfucker still out there, he get to go rob and do the shit again. Which is all part of their plan. It's quite highly diabolical, man. It's a scary world that we live in where they'll take your tattoos off your face. I would have much thought they would been much more prone to put tattoos on a nigga face than to take tattoos off a nigga face. But anyway, it's your boy, man, Godly Mind State. Thank you, Casey, for sending me this story. I wanted to get to it yesterday, bro, but I've been a little bit under the weather, and I'm coming back around now, so I'm about to get back to work, everybody. It's your boy, Godly Mind State. Like, subscribe, share my shit, man.